Imagine a world where chaos rules, where right and wrong blur into a fog of confusion, and people wander without purpose. Now picture a mountain, thunder roaring, smoke rising, and a voice mighty commanding, cutting through the silence. This was the moment humanity was handed a divine compass. These were not mere suggestions, they were commands. Ancient laws etched into stone by the very hand of God, destined to shape civilization. Whether you're religious or not, the impact of these rules is undeniable. But what do they really mean today? Let's break down the 10 Commandments, not as dusty relics of the past, but as timeless codes that echo into our modern lives. Stick around until the end, because what you think you know might just surprise you. Commandment 1. You shall have no other gods before me. This isn't just about religion, it's about priority. In a world of distractions, idols aren't just statues, they're screens, influencers, money, power, fame. This commandment asks, what do you worship with your time, your energy, your heart? Because whatever that is, it's your God. And this ancient rule reminds us to center our lives around what truly matters, not what's trending. If you've ever felt lost, this command is a wake-up call. Realign, refocus, and remember who or what is really in charge. Commandment 2. You shall not make idols. Now think deeper. It's not only about bowing to a golden calf, it's about shaping God into our image, fitting the divine into a box that suits our lifestyle. When we worship convenience, comfort, or culture, we sculpt spiritual idols. This commandment challenges us to pursue truth, even when it's uncomfortable, because the real deal isn't customizable. The moment we shape our beliefs around what's easy, we lose sight of something bigger than us. Commandment 3. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord. This one goes beyond cursing. It's about weight, responsibility. When people claim to represent God, through actions, movements, even politics, but behave in ways that contradict his character, that's a violation. Using the divine to manipulate, to judge, to harm, that's taking the name in vain. This commandment calls for authenticity. If you're going to speak in God's name, live like it matters. Commandment 4. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Pause, breathe, rest. In our hustle culture, this hits hard. But it's not just about taking Sunday off, it's about creating space to reconnect with yourself, with your purpose, with your Creator. The Sabbath isn't a rule to restrict you, it's a rhythm to restore you. When was the last time you truly unplugged? This commandment invites you to stop doing and start being. Commandment 5. Honor your father and your mother. Respect, legacy, roots. This isn't just a childhood rule, it's a lifelong principle. To honor means to value, to recognize the sacrifices made before you. It doesn't mean condoning abuse or staying silent. It means seeking reconciliation when possible. It means learning from those who came before you, and choosing not to repeat their mistakes. It's about building generational strength, not generational trauma. Commandment 6. You shall not murder. Obvious, right? But Jesus took it further. He said hate is the seed of murder. Think about that. Every grudge, every act of dehumanization, every time we see someone as less than, it starts in the heart. This commandment is a mirror. It doesn't just condemn actions, it convicts intentions. In a culture of outrage, it dares us to choose life, choose peace, choose restraint. Commandment 7. You shall not commit adultery. This isn't just about affairs, it's about faithfulness. Not just in marriage, but in every promise you make, in every vow, every commitment. This commandment protects trust. It reminds us that love without loyalty is hollow. It's a call to integrity in relationships, to be people whose yes means yes, and whose hearts don't wander when things get hard. Commandment 8. You shall not steal. Sure, don't rob a bank, but what about time, credit, ideas, opportunities? This goes beyond pickpocketing. It's about honoring boundaries, respecting what doesn't belong to you. It's about integrity when no one's watching. because every shortcut that cheats someone else might just cost you more in the end. Commandment 9. You shall not bear false witness, lies, gossip, slander. It's not just courtroom drama, it's every time you twist the truth for gain, or stay silent while someone else is crushed under a false story. This commandment defends justice. It asks you to speak with honesty, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, because truth isn't just what you say, it's what you live. Commandment 10. You shall not covet. Envy poisons. It makes gratitude impossible. It makes peace elusive. When we want what others have, we lose sight of what we've got. This commandment isn't about suppressing desire, it's about channeling it, redirecting your energy toward your purpose instead of obsessing over someone else's. Because comparison doesn't just steal joy, it steals direction. These commandments aren't outdated, they're outrageously relevant. They challenge a culture addicted to self, to speed, to shallow truths. And whether you see them as divine or just deeply wise, they offer a blueprint for living with meaning, with integrity, with peace. So now the question is, which one hit you the hardest, and what are you going to do about it? If this stirred something in you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. There's more where this came from.